All right, good people, good people. We're back with part 12, Coteries of New York. Okay, I know Thomas is a big player. I remember we saw him at Elysium. I think that's where he was from. But, I mean, what's that whole build-up to Torque? I mean, I think for the screen time he has, he's a fantastic character. It's just that we didn't get to spend a whole lot of time with him. Unlike Sophie, who's been with us since the beginning. Mia was just introduced. I think some characters are just kind of introduced and then, yeah, okay. It makes sense Callahan was introduced there at the end because, he's a big player. He doesn't have time to waste time with the kind of like a fledgling like me. But Thomas, we only saw once and I didn't know he was a big player. This was kind of like, okay. Well, this could be possibly the last part. And if you didn't hear me before, this is part 12. Let's finish this. Feels like this has just been dragging on a little bit. Wait, what? Wait, what are you talking about? Hold on. May I miss something? What was Embrace again? Sorry, it's just been so long about it that I kind of forgot about the Embrace too. Give me 1 second, I got to kind of familiar myself with this. Okay, so Sire, Beckett, Kinder. Who cares? Anyway. What? What do you mean? What did I do? Fair. Oh. Yeah, seriously, Thomas, what do you want after you kind of made us go through up to 10 hours of whatever you're trying to plan? Okay. Dude, will you stop monologuing and tell us what you want? Exactly, Sophie. Thank you for emphasizing that. I didn't know what he wanted. What? I'll push her out of the way. Wait, who the heck is this? Oh! So, Sophie's freaking dead. Yeah, I mean, he was kind of like feeling her. Not in that way, but like he was like serious about her. I can't believe Sophie's dead. What the? Okay. So, a major character who was with the beginning just freaking died. Dude, do you ever stop monologuing? Okay, can you get to the point? Oh, okay, so Callahan just did the same thing. That's why the Inquisition. Yeah, okay. Oh, it's over. Why would they end it like that? Oh, I'm so unfulfilled. That's how they end? Are you serious? So all of that build up to Lamar to get to the big leagues, and the guy wants you to... Oh, that's freaking lit. Oh, I'm so unsatisfied. What was the point of all of this? No, seriously, what was the point of all of this? So it led to this point. The guy orchestrated Lamar to get to this point. So Lamar was a pawn to a Toro the entire time. I'm just so unfulfilled. That's it? Oh, what the? This all felt pointless. Okay, well, we'll let the credits run. I don't know, I'm just... It doesn't sit well with me. That just makes it feels like I wasted so much time. Alright, well, yeah, enjoy the credits, and I'm just gonna kind of ponder and get a little salty. I'm disappointed. I'm so disappointed. Come on. Short credits, but yeah, and then basically, so the save that you had before. Seriously, what the shit? Oh, I didn't enjoy that at all. I didn't feel. I was You know, come on, Coteries in New York. You can sense it from my voice, and it's pretty freaking obvious. Ah. I was actually immersed with the story. I actually like where the story and the plot and the twist were going. I actually liked where it was going and the story was taking it, but yeah, towards the ending, the person who was with you in the beginning gets straight up killed. Basically, Tort escapes to warn people. That's kind of sequel bait. And then Taurus just wanted you to. It's not really giving you a choice. I'm just kind of disappointed because it ends in a cliffhanger that I'm like, wait, so Tora just did all this, and you were led to get to this point. Maybe if I did the other side quest, it would probably provide me additional context, but no! If I did the side quest, and I did that before, and it got me to this point, maybe it'll give me additional context, but the ending left me with just kind of like, it left me with a bad taste It left a bad taste. I'm gonna just say, it left a bad taste in my mouth. I know how that sounds. Shut up. But you know, I'm playing a vampire game, so everything's off the table. But it just kind of left me with it just left me with it's salt. I felt like I wasted my time with this. I'm glad I didn't buy the game. And there are sequels to Vampire the Masquerade in terms of visual novel. There are sequels, but this is not the game. Actually, no, I'm curious. How many are there? Come on. Ah. And that's the thing. It just felt like they just rushed. Or it didn't rush. It was just like he monologues. I was like, okay, dude, can you get to the point? I'm ready to move on to other games. And then he kept going. And he kept going. And he kept going. And I was like, okay, dude, can you get to the point? Why did you do this? Oh, okay, you killed her. I was like, there's his reason for living, Lamar. That was the whole point, but I guess that's over now. So I was like, great. I was like, that's the whole point of me. I was like, that was the whole point of him doing it. He wanted to kind of serve Sophia and all that jazz. Well, that's done. I'm just disappointed. I know why I'm disappointed. I don't know. I'm not satisfied. Okay, I'm gonna just read the plot because, yeah, I'm just a little confused. I mean, how many are there? I mean, we have time because we beat the game. I want to feel satisfied. I'm like, hey, I finally beat a game. Cool. But I'm not satisfied. You know, I'm just kind of like, I feel like my time was wasted. I felt like all that build-up, it just kind of went with the, kind of like a thud. I was like, okay, cool, I'm getting immersed. Okay, the endings kind of get all kind of like monologue-y, and I was like, the villain's just monologuing. Okay, he technically won. Oh, gosh, this is... don't know, I just didn't feel satisfied. Than I should. Than how I first started. So glad I didn't buy this. So glad I didn't buy this at all. I mean, was there any ending at all? Hold on, hold on. Let's see if there's a trilogy. Come on, there's gotta be a trilogy. Yeah, Shadows of New York. Okay, so what's the sequel to Shadows of New York? Gosh, this was just so disappointing. This was so disappointing. I just... Let me see if there was a sequel to Shadows of New York. But that kind of convinced me not to even, like... You know, that's the bad thing. It just ended in an unsatisfying conclusion to me. Because it had a good setup. It actually got me interested, and I know what the positives were. Man, the ending is going to be one of the negatives. That was just so underwhelming. I was just like... That is just so underwhelming that it just felt like I watched a 3-hour film, and I was like, okay, I'm trying to get the point. I was like, I felt like I paid attention to the plot good enough that I know how this is going to end, and I'll be satisfied enough. I didn't feel that at all towards the ending. The main character, who Sophie was kind of a really fantastic character, gets straight up killed by some rando, and I don't know who it is. I'm like, who the heck is this? Who killed her? This one? Who the heck are you? What the heck? I was like, dude, your motivation and the villain's motivation to get Lamar, and it made it seem like Lamar was part of the whole game and all. I don't know. Okay, now I have to look it up. I'm just not satisfied. Come on. They just kind of sequel bait it, and it wasn't even a good sequel. It's not even a good cliffhanger. It's not a good cliffhanger to get to it. Oh, okay, now I actually have... I'm so frustrated. I need to actually look... I'm so absolutely frustrated that I need to actually read a synopsis of kind of like, hey, what happened? What? Yeah, and I'm looking at some Steam chats too, and some Reddit, and I'm like, why did Sophie have to die? Okay, hold on. Okay, so one person, and I'm looking at a Steam chat. Okay, so why did Sophie die? It just seemed extravagant. It seemed unnecessary, which I agree. Why go through all the trouble of creating a unit just to kill Sophie after that? Were there other ways of getting Sophie under control without killing her in the first place? I sincerely haven't understood why it was mandatory to kill her in order to maintain Thomas's dominance in court. Who was Amanda Sire? I played as the Venture. I understood he was a associate of Thomas, but who was he exactly? Wasn't his identity relevant to the story? Were my alliances really all used to open my confidence when I got captured? I mean, I went through a lot of trouble making some friends to create Coteries, and the game has Coteries in it. I was expecting it to be super important for the story, but it seems like, yeah, I mean, what was the point of making those kind of like your super friends? Or let me put it this way, you like the side characters. I actually like, they were the best part of the game, and the story was enhanced because of them. But they they showed up, and I was like, hey, Tamika! And yeah, I just did your side quest. And they opened the casket, and that's it. And I didn't even get to see Hope. Where the heck was Hope? She was the first one, she was literally the first one that I actually went with, and you don't even get to see her at the end. I was like, what the heck? Where is she? Okay, so what was the blood type I was drinking? Sorry, I'm just more frustrated. Okay, and one person says, it isn't just your lack of knowledge that prevents you from understanding. Killing Sophia is just bad writing, made for the obligatory plot twist. Yeah, I know. And he was no one important. That's Amanda Sire, just someone that owed a favor to Atora. Forget about him. I don't get it either. But yeah, there are clearly strong plot holes. I'm absolutely furious why they would just kill Sophia off if there was no reason. I just no, they're real. It just felt like Sophia's death was for shock value, but not effective shock value. I'm reading it and I'm trying to get like an indie explain of why they would kill her off. It just doesn't make sense. I mean, do we? No, is there a way to save her? Come on. Nope. Nope. I'm actually looking at it and I'm looking at synopsis. Hold on. Okay. No, here's the important thing. Even you, the player character, was in and out from the very start. The whole interesting where your character is being spoken to by the mysterious finger in the window who says that the only one he can trust with the task he has set for you, or he has for you. Which means, A, your character knew about the vampire today but kept it for a secret from even the player. Okay. And the plot is done. Yeah, okay. It would make sense at the beginning, and now I'll have to watch the intro video because there was a mysterious figure talking to the player character or somebody. Maybe it was actually Lamar or something else. I don't know. I don't know. That just seemed like everything about the writing was super. But that still doesn't make sense. So the player character was aware the entire time? I'm sorry, my character just seemed like a blank slate, and I'm just frustrated because the setup, it's been 22 minutes, and I don't care. I really don't care. I wasted 10, I didn't waste 10 hours, but that whole build up to the ending, where I thought I was going to get some climatic showdown, or it was going to be vampire politics done in an intriguing way. It's already intrigued me from the beginning, and then you drop the ball like that. You kill Sophia for no bloody reason, in a literal sense, and then you also build up to an anticlimactic, really, really terrible. No, it wasn't even like a horrible ending. It was just a like a half-baked cliffhanger that the writers didn't know what to do. They're like, okay, we don't know how to end this, and we don't have a good setup, and we know this is going to lead to a sequel, so we're just going to end this like, hey, Lamar, take my blood. I was like, that's what it led to? Big leagues? And we don't even get the... That's the thing. Lamar doesn't get the choice to refuse and attack Atora because he's been independent, and he has shown defiance. And he has not gone along with the plan all the time, except for Sophia. But he doesn't even get the choice. He doesn't even get the choice. We don't know in the sequel if it leads to basically Lamar's choice actually has an effect to the sequel. We don't know if the choices carry over to the sequel. It just feels like a huge waste of time in terms of the ending. They say that it's all about the destination, not about the ending, but in this case, come on, don't... Gosh, you half-ass, what the... I'm frustrated. I'm frustrated because you left it off like this, and I don't want to play a sequel. You just pissed me off so much with the cliffhanger that I don't want to watch the sequel. I don't care. I'll just watch a verdict video. Gosh, this was such a waste of time. Such a waste of... It just felt like a waste of time. It wasn't, but to get to that unsatisfying cliffhanger, it was such a waste of bloody freaking time. Sorry, I'm so frustrated. I am so frustrated. Come on, writers, you had some strong writing. Even I could see that, but you just led up to that part of it. Okay, well, I already know straight up of what my score is going to be. I was going to make it a halfway, but now, gosh, you made a personal mission to actually, I'm going to critique that. It's not the first time I've been disappointed by an ending, but man, it's not a good feeling. And you know, I'm kind of glad I didn't spend money for it. So, the salt, it doesn't hurt so much because I didn't spend the money for it. But if I spent the money for it, I'd be so pissed. Oh gosh, I'd be so mad. I'd be so mad. I'm still kind of mad because all that build up, it was just all for nothing. Gosh, it felt like nothing. All right, well, you can definitely like, comment, or subscribe. Yeah, what is the best Vampire the Masquerade? And like being straight up, like what's the best Vampire the Masquerade until I guess Vampire the Masquerade 2 comes out, whatever that one's called. I think it's Bloodlines and 2. Hopefully it redeems whatever the visual novel is. This is, gosh, something to... Yeah, here's a game that you'll stick your teeth into and it'll fill you up until the Bloodlines 2 come out. Just release the main series game. I think the visual novels are... Gosh, they're not even decent enough. Anyway, I think I'm done. I just have to rant a little bit. I'm disappointed, and I know I'm disappointed. That was just weak. Weak freaking ending. Gosh.